This presentation is about E. E. Cummings. He was born in 1894 to Edward Estlin Cummings, a professor at Harvard University. E. E. Cummings was a bit of a rebel when it came to traditional grammar rules and was known for his use of parentheses and the absence of capitalization for poetic expression. He himself went to Harvard in 1916 and got an interest in modern poetry. In April of 1917, the First World War raged in Europe, and the United States just became involved, so he volunteered for the ambulance service in France. He wanted to become an ambulance driver because he was a pacifist. He left the army in 1919, and over his life, he married 2 or 3 times and divorced twice. Cummings decided he wanted to become a poet when he was still a child. In fact, between the ages of 8 and 22, he wrote a poem a day. At Harvard, he started to write avant-garde and poems that represented visual objects. Some of his early poetry and books were 8 Harvard Poets, The Enormous Room, and Tulips and Chimneys. Some of his most famous poetry is I Carry Your Heart With Me, I Like My Body When It Is With Your, and May I Feel, Said He. E. E. Cummings had a very unorthodox writing style, and he experimented with form, punctuation, spelling, and parentheses, abandoning traditional techniques and structures to create a new type of poetic expression. In RPOPHESSAGR, you can almost see the grasshopper bouncing around everywhere, and the parentheses shows the speaker's reaction. In A Leaf Falls with Loneliness, loneliness is outside the parentheses, and a leaf falls is on the inside. The words inside the parentheses provide a visual image of a leaf falling to the ground. Cummings wrote poems about a wide variety of things, like nature, childhood, flowers, and most importantly, love. One of his best and most well-known love poems is I Carry Your Heart With Me, I Carry It In. The poem was published in 1952 and has 4 stanzas. It is in present tense and has no rhyme or meter. It is full of imagery, metaphors, and personification. The poem starts with, I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart. I am never without it, anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. The first stanza is one long sentence. With the parentheses, the speaker emphasizes that he is never without his beloved's heart. Ultimately, he does everything for her because of her. The next stanza says, I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are, my world, my true. And it is you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. The speaker shows that he fears nothing, and describes how beautiful his beloved is. The last 2 lines have amazing imagery, where the beloved is like the moon and sun, with mystery and beauty, but also brightness and warmth. The third stanza says, here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. This section of the poem delves into the deepest, most intimate secret that the speaker holds. Cummings uses repetition like root of the root, and bud of the bud, and sky of the sky to show that love goes beyond the soul or the mind. The final stanza says, I carry your heart, I carry it in my heart. This line captures the essence of the entire poem, which is the inseparable connection between the speaker and their beloved. In the poem, Cummings talks about nature and the universe, but all that matters in the end is that the speaker loves his beloved. E. E. Cummings' work goes beyond the boundaries of conventional poetry. His exploration of love, especially through the poem I Carry Your Heart With Me, I Carry It In, challenges conventional norms and expands our understanding of human emotions and relationships. Cummings' unique style of grammar with lowercase letters, irregular line arrangement, free punctuation, and word dismemberment enhance the emotional experience in his poems. Thank you for watching, and make sure to read more poems.